What's up guys, Asian here again with another video, and this is just going to kind of be an update, just kind of tell you guys what's going on with Somerset, what's my plans are going to be for the next couple of weeks here as Somerset gets rolling, what kind of builds I'm going to be releasing, and kind of what's going on in real life and what to expect because of that stuff. So for those of you guys who have been watching, yes, I am going to be releasing builds. If you guys have been watching my PTS streams, I have been working on kind of figuring out what's going to be best in slot for all of the different races and classes and all that stuff. So do expect those to come out pretty soon. So they will be coming out, build videos will be coming out starting, I believe, on Tuesday. Now, I am going to be traveling from Wednesday to Wednesday, so it's going to be, I'm going to be traveling from the 23rd all the way until the 31st, so a full week. I will be overseas in Taiwan, visiting family. So I will have videos being uploaded, build videos every single day while I'm gone. So don't worry, there will be build videos out. I do have several of them planned to be released while I am away. And then I will continue to work on build videos once I get back as well. The plan is, again, to basically release DPS videos first, kind of the meta builds first for all the DPS specs first, so all the classes in Stamina and Magicka. And then tanking, the primary tanking classes, so DK tanks, Templar healers, Warden healers, and Warden tanks. And then from there, I'll be releasing more casual. I don't want to say casual necessarily, because that kind of has I don't want to say negative connotation, but it does have a different connotation when I say casual. But they're going to be builds that are not necessarily the most effective builds in the game, but they're still viable for endgame content, like doing vet trials and stuff. Those are going to be basically tank and healer roles from all of the other classes, so you know, like Nightblade tanks and Nightblade healers. So I'll be releasing those builds. Those will come after all of the like endgame, this is the best kind of combination builds. And then after those builds are released, again, I will be releasing kind of non-meta builds, so kind of like double bow builds. I'll be doing double bow builds and two-handed builds. I will be releasing a couple of two-handed builds for a couple of stamina DPS classes. And that's pretty much it in terms of build stuff. Because Somerset did change a couple of things, I will be doing a couple of theorycrafting videos as well. Those will be coming after I finish all the build videos, though. I do want to make sure all the build videos are out before I start doing any more additional theorycrafting stuff. So that's kind of the plan for the theorycrafting stuff. So some things that I have in mind are kind of you know, what's the DPS difference between using a Maelstrom bow versus like a Reliquant bow? You know, how much of a difference does VMA make now that bows count as two pieces? Kind of the same thing for VMA staves. You know, now that staves count as two pieces, you know, how much DPS is a VMA boost now compared to back when staves counted and bows counted as one piece? So that's one thing that I had in mind. You know, another set is, you know, what is it? Kind of exploring how the Citric Order skill line kind of works, kind of what kind of cool things you can do, and kind of another couple of other weird things that they kind of introduced here. Kind of looking at why certain sets have become very powerful, why certain sets are or I should say become very useful, I should say, in Somerset compared to back before Somerset. You know, sometimes these changes, especially jewelry crafting, you know, they've changed they shifted the meta, and so I do kind of want to do a video kind of explaining when these sort of patches hit, when these major balance patches hit, what kind of goes through the heads of theory crafters, what are kind of the first things that we go look at, and kind of why we look at these things first. So that's kind of one thing there. that I also want to kind of explore as well. Then of course, any other questions that you guys might have, comparing skills, kind of comparing builds, comparing sets, trying to explain game mechanics, why don't people use certain sets over other sets. So I'm more than happy to kind of explore those questions that you guys might have about the game mechanics in general, kind of explore the best way to kind of compare these things in a controlled environment. So that's basically my plans. And then in late June, I will be getting married. So the wedding is planned for June. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out set pieces here. The wedding is planned for June 30th. So we'll be gone that weekend. So I will not be streaming anything. I will not be uploading anything during that weekend, unfortunately, because I will be getting married. And then that's pretty much it. Then I will be gone all of August. I will be traveling to Denmark, basically to do some training for a research grant that I am going to be a part of when I start my doctorate program in the fall. So I do have to travel to Denmark, and I will try to continue to upload videos from Denmark, try to stream, but because of the time difference, I believe Denmark is going to be 6 hours ahead of Eastern time. So if I stream at, let's say, like 8 p.m. Denmark time, that's going to be 3 p.m. East Coast time, and 12 p.m. on West Coast time. So that's something that you guys might end up seeing, but I will continue to try to stream stuff and upload videos. I probably will not be raiding while I'm in Denmark over August, primarily because the raid times just don't really line up very well, and I don't want my raid guilds to kind of shift things around just because I'm in Denmark for a month. I might, because I am basically I am the raid lead for the progression team for Hellfire Dominion, I might shift the raid time for that just for the month of August, but I'll have to see if the raid team is able to kind of make those times or not. If they're not able to, then obviously I will not try to push them or try to force a change in time, simply for my sake. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Same thing with when I'm traveling to Taiwan in the next couple of days. I will not be streaming anything. I will have internet access, but I will not have reliable internet access, so I will not be able to stream. But again, I will be releasing videos. I do have plenty of build videos already pre-recorded, so I will be releasing them every day, one build video a day. So do be on the lookout for that. I should have one out every day I am gone, and then they'll continue to be uploaded once a day. And then once all the meta builds are done, again, I'll be releasing a couple of the non-meta build videos, non-DK tanks, non-Templar healers, and then we'll be moving on to non-meta builds, just a handful, and then we'll be kind of returning back to kind of theory crafting and kind of that other projects that I'm working on right now. I am still trying to figure out kind of best in slot sets for a couple of certain builds. So for example, ranged Magicka Warden is one, as you can see here, is something I'm trying to figure out. And then a couple of other things I'm working on. I'm working on more detailed trials guides and dungeon guides, because the ones that are on my channel right now are fairly old. They're still accurate, but I do want to update them just so they're a little bit better, because I have learned a couple of things since I have made those videos way back in the past. So I do want to kind of update those with the strategies that I've learned and picked up from several months of raiding now. So be on the lookout for that. I already have the first two bosses of halls recorded, as well as the ad pulls and halls. So I will try to do things like ad pulls and stuff like that. So any sort of tanks and raid leads, you guys will be able to see kind of the ad pulls that a lot of endgame guilds use for things like speed runs, or just to make progression a little bit easier on everybody. So hopefully you guys will find those videos helpful. I'll probably be releasing those after I finish up the build videos. The build videos right now are going to be my top priority, and then I'll continue to work on the trials guides. And yes, I am working on a WordPress site, so I will try to have a text version of all my builds at some point. I'll try to finish that over the summer, but again, my summer has been pretty busy. I have to plan for a wedding. I have to travel to Denmark and do some basically research there. So I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to get to work on that website, but whenever I do have time, I'll definitely be working on that. So that is pretty much it for kind of life updates, what to expect in Somerset. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm in the middle of a parse, so I can't really hit the hotkey to kind of stop the parse and stop the video. So you guys will have to just sit tight until I finish this parse here. I will continue to stream raids, so kind of give you an idea of what we're doing in the various raid guilds. So Mayflower, we are going to be doing Cloud Rest. We will be progressing through Vet Hard Mode. The plan right now is to go through +0, +1, +2, and then Hard Mode. So we will not be doing all the possible permutations of like +1 and +2. So we'll just do like 1+1 fight, and then we'll do 1+2 fight, and so that's kind of the plan that we have for that. Actually, it wasn't that bad. So that's for Mayflower. So we'll be progressing through Cloud Rest. So we still haven't beaten it on +0, so we still haven't gotten to the execute and Zamaja. Our raid lead Jerd has cleared it with mechanically challenged. He has done, I believe he's done +2 or maybe hard mode with mechanically challenged a few times. So he will be able to give us a couple of pieces of advice here and there, but he does want us to try to figure it out for ourselves. In terms of Hellfire Dominion, right now, since I am traveling and we do raid on Sundays, we aren't going to be raiding until the Sunday after I get back. Right now the plan is to clear VMAW, so we do have a couple of people on the progression team that do not have their VHOF skins, so we're going to clear VHOF to get their skins. At least that's what I want to do, and then we'll move on to Cloud Rest and progress through +0. Hellfire Dominion, their DPS is a little bit lower than Mayflower, but they do learn very well, and we work very well together as a team, so I am anticipating that we'll be able to progress through Cloud Rest +0 fairly well. For those of you guys who are planning on progressing through Vet Cloud Rest, if you guys have seen my posts on Reddit, you will notice that I think it is about equal to Maw in terms of difficulty. The side bosses are pretty easy once you learn the mechanics, but the Zamaja is actually fairly challenging. So I think the trial is very fun. I'm still a little bit salty that they didn't make a full-fledged trial. Instead they made another mini trial. But I am pretty pleased with how the trial itself looks right now. So I am looking forward to progressing through Cloud Rest in both Hellfire and Mayflower, kind of experience it from both the raid lead side as well as another side. So in Mayflower, I believe I am going to be DPSing, maybe tanking. I'll have to double check there. But for Hellfire Dominion, I'm going to be tanking, so you guys will be able to see perspective from a DPS as well as a tank for Cloud Rest. And I think that's all the updates I have. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to be gone from the 23rd to the 31st. I will be releasing build videos every day, starting with kind of the meta builds and then moving on to non-meta builds. And after those builds are done, I'll try to upload theorycrafting videos, so please leave comments onto what you would like to see me test. And then I'll also be releasing a trials guides, boss by boss, as well as ad pulls for all the trials that I've completed so far. So that's it for this video. Thanks everybody again for watching. We did cross 2,000 subscribers. I will be I was thinking about doing kind of a Q&A, kind of an Ask Me Anything live stream. to celebrate 2,000 subscribers. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably make an announcement on one of my videos or one of my streams when I'll be doing that. So you guys will be able to ask me questions about pretty much anything. I can't really think of anything else because I'm still a poor graduate student, so I can't really like give away anything. If we do happen to hit like 3,000, then I might do a giveaway if we hit 3,000 subscribers. So definitely thank you everybody for all your support so far. I did not expect this channel to grow as much as it has so far. You know, I'm not quite at the same level as Alcast or, you know, Deltia or any of those big name YouTubers, but I do appreciate everybody's support and everybody's views and likes and everything like that. So that's it for this video. I will see you guys around. I will be back in the States on the 31st night, I believe the mid or late afternoon, so I will probably not be streaming until the first weekend of June. So that's it for this kind of like mid-year summer update. Hope you guys all enjoy Somerset, and I will see you guys around in the next dungeon.